What up? I so I'm just gonna speak on uh, the Luka Doncic issue, or like just hit me out. All right, so Luka Doncic get traded to the Lakers. Dallas Maverick fans are losing their mind because they feel like they their one of a kind player got traded away. Look, and the owner, was it the owner? One of the owners, he came out and said it. Like, all great players, I'm paraphrasing. All great players don't look like that. I mean, out of shape, not ready to play, lethargic, not playing defense. I didn't see that from Jordan. I didn't see that from Bird. I didn't see that from Magic. I didn't see that from Kobe. I didn't see that from Akeem. I didn't see that from Isaiah Thomas. Um, Hell, Mark Price, Ron Harper. I mean, like, when you are a top player and you are a leader of your team, whether imposed or taken, your job is to inspire and uh, lead your team. That doesn't necessarily mean scoring a bucket. That means if you have to, excuse me, that means if you have to play defense because your team is trying to, come back, win the game, or whatever the case, you have to do that. If you know the, the situation calls for you to score, you score. If you defend, um, sometimes sometimes you might have to play a secondary role. I mean, it all depends. Like, that's all part of being uh, a a superstar, so to speak. I don't like using that term. I don't know why, but that's all part of being a superstar. I know why. I know why, and I'll get into that another time. But I'm gonna stay on point with Luka Doncic. Look, Luka Doncic, even though he was killing, even though he was scoring the ball, one of the best scores I've ever seen as far as the way he plays, because he plays slow, and you know I think that's part of the reason why he's using guys like that, because I think they get a little over anxious trying to guard him, saying, "Hey man, this dude's slow, man." But I played against players like that. Had them herky jerky moves that you be like, I can block this, but you don't. That's just a talent that you have, if you a score like that. But the man, he complains a whole lot, cries a whole lot, and then on top of that, you're not gonna play any defense, my man. Like, I've watched Jason Kidd throughout the years, and he was a defensive minded, team oriented dude. Any guy, it hadn't been a player in, well, they Brooklyn now, but in New Jersey history that's brought them up to where he had brought them, and they didn't win the title. They got close a couple times, but I mean, they went to the finals a couple times, but they never won it. But I mean, he won it when he was in Dallas, so he knows the championship play when he sees it. So if Jason Kidd is down with the move, and the GM is down with the move, like, you should trust them. You should trust them, Dallas Mavericks fans. Look, I understand, but you ain't got chopped liver. You got Anthony Davis. You got Max Christie. Anthony Davis got hurt this first game. It's gonna be all right. I didn't like it, but you gotta be somewhat patient with him because he's coming out of a situation with playing for the Lakers where, you know, that might have been encouraged, falling down, falling down all the time. That's my thought process as far as like why AD started. Because before he left New Orleans, I think he had a couple of years where he was injured like a lot, but like I think over the course of his New Orleans career, he was there a lot more than he wasn't, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Somebody can check that for me and educate me. But before he came to the Lakers, he wasn't really known as getting hurt all the time anymore. He was like that at the beginning, I admit, but he wasn't like that. He played 74 games last year, from what I understand. So I mean, he was there a lot more times than he wasn't. But getting back to Luka Doncic, he's going to play this week, so we're going to see how that looks. In my opinion, just because you are a great scorer doesn't mean that you are a superstar or great player. That means that you are a great scorer. There's plenty of great scorers throughout league history that didn't win one thing, and you don't hear their name anymore. Why? Because for whatever reason, like, and I'm not picking on this man. I'm not picking on him because I mean, like, he was nice in his time, but Alex English, I wasn't watching basketball during his prime years. I caught him like right at the tail end when he was playing for Denver, and you know, like, his main job was to score, but like he got used and abused sometimes. And I remember watching him play against like Pippen a couple of games. Like it wasn't even a contest as far as like him getting up and down the court, because he was mad lanky, and he didn't he just didn't have the strength, I don't think, to play defense. Excuse me. I don't want y'all to get bugged out with something on my nose, you know. So just because you're a great scorer doesn't mean that you are a great player. And I haven't been impressed because, especially now, it's not hard to score 30, 40, 50 points. It's not hard at all. You got a bunch of dudes that has scored 50 points or more, and 40, 50 points or whatever. 40 points now is not like 40 points back when I was first started watching basketball. Because, I mean, like, if that was the case, Michael Jordan wouldn't have, they wouldn't have been going goo-goo over Jordan when he first hit the scene. Because, I mean, he was on a scoring tear at the beginning. So, we had, Lakers fans, we'll see what happens with Luka Doncic, how that's going to work out with him and LeBron. But my main point to this video is, just because you're a great player, just because you're a great scorer, doesn't make you a great player. And don't make you a championship player. Like, remember, James Harden, some of his best years, in my opinion, was with the OKC Thunder. When he was playing off the bench, it was kind of the same dynamic with Ginobili. Just think if Ginobili made a big fuss or ruckus by not starting. Do you think the Spurs would have won the championship like that? If he would have been causing all kind of problems because he's not starting? Like, it don't matter who starts. It matters who's finishing. Really. So that's just some of my thoughts on that. Y'all can comment, like, and subscribe, please. Y'all have a good one.